Hello, strong people. Week 6? It's 7. Week 7. Did I say 6 on Monday? I think it's week 7. Yeah, it is. It's week 7. I think I said 6 on Monday. I'm going to have to check now. But it's week 6, week 7. Yeah, hair. This intro has been a nightmare. Week 7, day 2 of off-season work and rehab, I guess now. So, it's press day. I'm programmed for a 5-rep max military press. I don't know how my low back is going to feel doing that. I still plan on trying to hit something. But it's a 5-rep max military press, and then we have incline close grip after that. So I don't really know what to expect. So I'm gonna, I don't know. I guess the only thing to do is get warmed up and then see how things feel. If the position for military press bothers my low back, then I'll kick my legs out forward and try to find a position that will work for me without causing too much pain. So just a general update, it feels weird. It's been a week and 2 days now, and the low back, it feels funky. Like I know it doesn't feel right, like something's a little bit off. So I don't know what that means exactly, but there's not a whole bunch of pain or anything. It's more uncomfortableness if I sit a certain way still, but I don't know if, I don't really know. It's a weird injury. I think I have like 2 or 3 more days left on my what is it called? The anti-inflammatory thing. So I'm gonna finish those up and then probably talk to my doctor and try to get something scheduled to go see her, because I'd like to get it looked at just so I know what's going on. I think it'd be good to know, see what it looks like in there. If she schedules me an MRI, CAT scan, whatever the proper terminology would be for a type of injury like this. So I'm excited to find out if I end up going to go through with all that. But until then, we keep lifting. So let's get warmed up and see what we can do when it comes to military press. All right, so I am pleasantly surprised with how things felt. I made that way harder myself in warm-ups. Warm-ups, I have like this fear of when I'm over precautious whenever it comes to re-racking or pressing when I'm doing military press, because if I hit that J hook wrong, if I tap that J hook, I could knock it out of the hole. So I don't want to do that, obviously, and I don't want to mess up my rep. What am I saying? Am I okay? I don't want to mess up my rep by hitting the rack. That's what I'm trying to say. So I pull the bench unnecessarily far away from the rack, and it makes the unrack like impossible. Once I have it stabilized over me, way better. But I watched my last video, watched it back, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like a foot away from the J hooks. What am I doing? So I bumped it way back, and I was just like, whatever. If I hit it, I hit it. I have the safeties. So unrack was so much easier. And I still think I should have had my hands a little bit wider. I'm trying to mimic, like if I'm axle pressing, where my hands would be for that. And I don't think I did a very good job, but I think I was still a little close. As I've gotten bigger, wider, stronger, I've had to move my hands out further on the axle when I press it. So I don't think what I had on there was, or where my hands were on that, was exactly where they would be on an axle, but it was all right. No low back pain. I was really trying hard to not overextend, arch too much or flex my lower back, if that makes sense. Because in pressing, seated pressing, you should be using your lower body. And I think I disproportionately use my low back, if that makes sense, in a lot of movements. Now that I've tweaked it for the first time in a few years, I've gotten a lot smarter, a lot stronger in the 3 or 4 years since I've heard this. So I realize now that when I don't have my low back to support me, it's hard to not use it, if that makes sense. It's a weird, I don't know if it makes sense to you, but I try to keep the whole lower body tight when I do press, seated pressing, any pressing really, but so I try to not use a whole lot of leg drive or a lot of anything besides just my upper body pressing that tonight. So I'm pleasantly surprised with how that felt. Got a little bit slow where the triceps kicked in, but not bad. I mean, 315 for 5, and I think I could have done 325, 335 maybe. I thought about going up, but I didn't want to push it anymore. Does this count as loading the spine? I guess it might a little bit. So, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know, it felt fine. So I'm not overly worried. Maybe, hopefully I don't regret it later. Hopefully it doesn't hurt me later, but I'm going to drop the degree of the bench down a little bit, take a little bit of weight off, and then we'll reset. And I have to do ascending sets up to a top set of close grip incline. So I don't remember if it's 5 reps, 7 reps, whatever it is. Either way, you'll find out here in a second. All right, pressing's pretty much done, so moving on to accessories. And I'm gonna speed through these because I've been out here way too long and it's starting to get a little cold. So got like 3 sets of 12 on this. See how it feels. I literally cannot count. I stop after like 2. My brain, rather than thinking about how many reps I'm doing, I think about actually moving the muscle, which could be a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but I have no idea how many reps I've done. So, pressing went great tonight. Worked up to 315 for 7 on that last set of close grip incline. I didn't go as close grip as I probably had weeks before, and that would probably account for the difference. But it's uncomfortable to go in because I'm like super flaring my elbow. It feels bizarre. So I went out a little bit, not as wide as I was on military, but that helped a lot. That last rep, I have to mute it because I was playing music, but that's the definition of a misgroove right there. So if you watch back my last rep on that incline press, I have it like here, and it's falling forward, and I'm not moving it. And you can't hear it because I muted the video, but I'm like, get back in line. And I brought it back a little bit, and it went right up. I mean, that's the definition of a misgroove there. Definitely I was completely strong enough for it once it was in line. So this is apparently what in line translates to in hand motions. But once it was, wasn't falling forward and it was where it needed to be, flew right up, no problem. So very happy with that. Yeah, I don't have much else to say on that. I'm going to hammer some tricep extensions after this. Well, not extensions. I keep forgetting to do this. I have the rope attachment down in the shed. I need to go get it. I keep forgetting about it, and I love that attachment. But I'm definitely going to hammer some sort of tricep after this. So I want to speed through this, maybe do that a little bit too. We'll see. The worst part about this is the hands. It's just that bar is so cold. So I'm inadvertently, not really inadvertently, but I don't know. What does that word even mean? I'm training my grip strength a little bit there, the pain tolerance type of thing, because each rep hurts. It really does. Being a strongman hurts in general. I feel like you do need a little bit of a pain tolerance for this sport because some of our events are just pain. And I don't think anybody likes those events. Like Denny Stone, Nickel Stone, whatever you want to call them. That's pain. Wrecking ball hold, pain. Any sort of hold like that, it's pain. All dumb, but kind of fun. I have an idea for my next show. Maybe not next. I don't want to think that far ahead because the last thing I want to do is rush through this injury. Now, the way things felt today, you got to be careful when you're feeling good because if you re-injure an injury before it's fully healed, it's usually worse than the initial injury. So, I don't know if that's a fact, but I've definitely heard that. So, the way I felt today, it was like, I could do this. I could go into prep right now. That's just overconfidence. I definitely couldn't. I'm not confident to just squat right now. Not deadlift either. It's not smart. I know I could deadlift right now if I needed to, but I think I'd risk further injury because I don't think I could confidently pull with the form I typically use. I think I'd be scared of, tweaking the lower back. So I'd probably do something stupid and form a bad habit. So it doesn't even make sense to do it. I don't know. Let's do another set. As long as I don't hit my head on it. Ooh. So let's, I'm happy with that. I think I have another plus set on that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to move around on the triceps because I just want to stay moving a little bit here. I'm so stupid. Right there they are. Why didn't you guys tell me? I used this the other week. This is too much weight. Let's fix that. All right, coming around. That may be too much too, but I don't know. So, oh, I'm getting hungry. You know what I want? Chili's chicken tenders. These things are amazing. Or crispers, whatever they call them, you know what I mean. That's too heavy too. I don't like going heavy on this movement. If it was like a standard, like a triangle, whatever you call them, tricep movement, I'd go heavy on that. But on this one, I like to feel the full stretch. Yeah, that's not even heavy enough to move the thingy. Let's try this. We'll get it right. All right, this better? That is better. Ow, I've done those in a while. The guide rail for the actual pulley is not super slidey, whatever you want to call it. The thing doesn't slide on all that well. It does lighter weight on it, but it adds a little bit of friction, so helps out a little bit actually. I don't know if I'll record, whatever, I'll record all three of these. Excuse me. I love my tricep. I'm saying like 16 things all at once here. So I like these because I think it teaches you better tricep control and use. I think like the standard, whatever you want to call it, triangle that you use for tricep pushdowns a lot. I think that's more brute strength. You can move a lot more weight, but this gives you like I think you get a better mind muscle connection on this one. What else? Like the straight bar one, I don't really like because I don't press. I guess I don't press like that in general. But I can't. It bothers my wrist to go in that narrow. So if I had my wide one, like my lat pull down bar, that would probably work better. Let's just keep going with these. And I actually prefer to grab like around whatever you want, the pucks, whatever you want to call these, because it's thicker, like an axle bar. So not that there's much of a difference in terms of this, I don't think, but move the hands. I think I can move more weight this way. Oh. All right, I'll do one more set of those and we're gonna call the video. I got some good comments on that was my last video. Also, I went back and I realized I even labeled last video week 6, day 1, when it's week 7. So I went back and I fixed that. So Why'd nobody tell me? No, I'm just dumb. That's all it is. But I had some good comments on that one. I like interacting with you guys. I'd like to do it more. I know it boosts like the algorithm, whatever, to get more questions, comments, whatever. But that's not like, it's not the main reason I'd like to get some comments. It lets me know what you guys like, what you don't like, what your thoughts are, you know, about the rehabbing process, about strongman in general. I just like talking about fitness, whatever comes across. So it's always nice to have fresh opinions on stuff too. Some people don't like unsolicited advice, and I'd like to say I don't either, but I don't. Yeah, I would probably have to agree with that. I don't say I necessarily like it, but I'm willing to listen to it. I'll try not to be opposed to it just because I didn't ask for it. It's not my favorite thing, but just because it's unsolicited doesn't mean it's bad advice. How about that? Some philosophical stuff. Okay, my triceps are really cooked. Come on. Oh, wow. I like that. All right. That's what I'm calling the video today. I still have some other accessories as usual. I say that every video. I think you guys would know at this point, but I like to, if you're a new viewer, I don't show everything because I still have like 3 or 4 more accessories and they're all just accessories. It's nothing different, you know, it's not anything crazy. It's just, it's accessories. It's what you need to get strong and stay healthy. Sometimes. But that's all I got for you guys today. So go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.